yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know all my struggles. You know what?
We'll start with who's up first. We'll start with Bradford on your left, Corey.
Corey, so many of the leaders on this team, starting with you and Marcus, because you guys signed on after a 101 loss season, as did John Gray, and you guys were really buying into a vision. After tonight, how can you reflect back on what you saw in this team that convinced you that this could happen?
Yeah, I've talked about it before. A lot of it was CY. Just the way he laid it out, how he laid it out. He didn't hide from anything. He didn't shy away from anything. He knew where they were, and he knew where he wanted to go. It's just awesome. This is the vision, right? So, kind of a loss for words, but it's a really special moment.
Other questions? We'll go Steve up front.
After last night, when someone asked you about what you feel about possibly being MVP twice, and basically you couldn't care less, but what does it mean to you to be able to lead this team and to have this honor given to you?
Yeah, it's truly is incredible. But it's not just me, man. What this team did and how we competed and all the guys in there rallying, we don't really have one leader. That whole clubhouse is a leadership. They're all professionals in there, and we all knew we had a job and a task at hand, and we competed and we did it. It's pretty cool.
A little bit further back on your right, Tyler.
Corey, congratulations. I know you're always got to focus on the task at hand, but when you signed on with the Rangers for a long time, how aware are you of the history of the franchise, the decades and decades without a championship? Is that something that is a daily sort of part of being a Ranger?
It was definitely a drawing point for me. I won in LA, and they hadn't won in 30 years, and I saw what it did to a fan base. And when I found out that they had never won here, that was something that intrigued me. To be able to start at the bottom and try and build something and compete, and to be able to do it, it's really satisfying. But it was a lot of trust. A lot of trust from them to me, and me to them, and a lot of trust for Marcus to come. A lot of trust for John. A lot of all these guys that came here and had the same vision. It's pretty cool to see it through.
Did you find out during the process, creative process?
Found out what?
That they had never won?
Actually, after I had the meeting with them. But yeah, it was before I signed.
Go to the fourth row in the middle, Chelsea.
Are these numbers that you put up in the postseason, and particularly this World Series, what you expect of yourself at this time of year, or did you exceed even what you thought you could do?
Yeah, it's nothing other than winning games. It doesn't matter who the guy is, how you do it. When it comes down to the World Series, it's about winning 4 games, and that's what we did.
Go to Ron up front, Corey.
When you find yourself with names next to Koufax, Gibson, Reggie, you find that hard to believe?
Yeah, I don't think you can ever fathom that. So it's a pretty special group to be a part of.
You seem to pride yourself on work hard, be there every day, be old style, don't flip bats, don't show emotion. Is that in your mindset to just be that type of player?
Yeah, that's the what you want to be, right? You want to go out there and compete, and that's it. It doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't mean you're not trying. So it's just kind of how I've always played, I guess.
Anything else for Corey? We'll go to Barry right here.
Thanks.
Hey, Corey.
Beautiful self up here.
Hey, Corey, I'm just going to ask you the question that I get texted most, especially this whole series. Why did the Dodgers let you go?
I don't know.
Other questions? We'll go to Evan.
You don't have an answer?
Corey, where's the first MVP trophy positioned, and do you now have to rearrange? Do you know what you're going to do with the second one, just in the house?
Yeah, I guess we'll figure that out later. Yeah.
One last one for Corey, or no? All right, we'll finish it up with Steve, and then we'll go to Nate.
And when how did the 3 2-run homers that you had, just tell us how you felt at the plate during this series. I'm assuming you felt amazingly comfortable. What's it like when you're in this, I hate to use the word zone, but when you're accomplishing so much at the plate and it seems to come to you?
It's a group effort. The ability for us to pass the baton mentality all year, we talked about it in spring training, and to be able to carry it over in the biggest moments. We said you don't always have to be the guy that day. which is stress relieving. You know, it helps everybody out 1 through 9, and just be able to go out there and do it and perform it. It's a whole team thing.
Corey, amazing accomplishment. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.